Big question. Why do people even want star politicians? I mean, all the reasons we saw for Hillary losing the 2016 race and why she should go and hide in the woods and cover her face in shame, disappear. The biggest thing that people kept saying was that she's not a star. She's not a celebrity. She doesn't draw you in with that star quality. And like now, I mean, you could just imagine Hillary like as though some Sunset Boulevard figure or something like that. Norma Desmond in some old mansion smoking cigarettes. I'm still big. It's the voters that are small. I mean, I saw where Hillary is always going to these Broadway shows. She went to one and they gave her a standing ovation. Then she started going to shows like 3 or 4 times a week. Like, oh, I wonder when the standing ovation is going to come, Bill. But people want that celebrity quality from a politician, which is why we've seen Oprah Winfrey and The Rock and Mark Cuban and all these people with no political experience talking about becoming president. Cynthia Nixon, just the Sex and the City star, just said she's going to run for governor in New York. I mean, now I'll admit that Oprah and Trump, that's some pretty good counter programming. I mean, on the one hand, if you took Oprah fans and Trumpers and made like a Venn diagram where they overlap, they'd be like fucking Mercury and Pluto. I mean, they couldn't get farther apart. So it would seem like a battle between the bases at that point. But in a weird way, they have that parallel of they're both celebrities, they're both, you know, talk show host or reality show host, that they have their loyal fan bases. Trump projects that image of success. Oprah projects that image of success. Oprah's got the new agey kind of like, oh, money's nice to have. Well, yeah, she's a billionaire, but it's not everything. Well, yeah, you're a billionaire. You say that. Trump, I'm a billionaire. That's everything. You could be rich like me. So they both got their kind of things. Oprah's going to give you a car. Trump's going to give you a job. The Celebrity Apprentice, and really the whole thing about The Apprentice was the grand prize was you get to work for Donald Trump. Like Survivor, it's like $1 million, something like that. The Apprentice, you get a job with Donald Trump. I mean, for most people, that's a fucking punishment. But Trump somehow sold it as like the greatest thing that could happen to you in business career. I mean, most of those people lasted a couple years. You never heard of them again. They certainly never went on to like run Microsoft or whatever type of grand apprenticeship they thought that was going to be. But I think that the reason celebrities want that job so bad is because they fundamentally don't understand it. They think that it's a very glamorous job. They think being president is a glamorous job. I mean, Obama and JFK, a few presidents have been very good looking, very charming. Maybe they make it look glamorous, but being a civil servant, period, is about the most unglamorous job you can get. I mean, it's not a star quality. It's not everybody kissing your ass, which is why I think they don't really get that. I saw Oprah give an interview where Trump had criticized her, and she says, "Well, I don't give power to negativity." Well, then you shouldn't run for president, okay? Because that's what the job is. People hate you no matter what you're gonna do about making all these 200 little decisions that nobody gets to see. It's not a job for the ego. It's really a job for like nerdy, dorky, policy wonk people like Hillary, people like Alabama liberal. I mean, if you just want to, I mean, they should vote for me. I don't have that star quality at all. I'm not a celebrity. If I went out somewhere and somebody said, "Hey, are you Alabama liberal?" I think they were going to serve me a subpoena or something like that. I don't get recognized, so I'd be good counter programming in that way. But you just have to have people that have ideas. They have that work ethic. They have policy wonk. Mentality of like, what can we do for the most good for the most people, and nobody ever know about it. That's the biggest thing. A lot of Obama's best things, he never people don't even know that he did them. And the president has to have that kind of like selfless aspect of it too. In addition to being a political animal, and fighting all the time, which is why I think a lot of celebrities that are used to getting their ass kissed, used to getting praised, they're living in the mindset of like, I'll be the image. I'll come out there and get the round of ovations. And when the opposition party throws tomatoes at you, and people on the internet are saying, "You're a cunt. I can't believe you. You're an asshole." It throws them for a minute. They're like, "Wait a minute. This is not what being president is." They're thinking about a dictator in a third world country, which is glamorous perhaps, but that's not the presidency, and so you shouldn't treat it that way.